real litmus test for whether or not we are in the final stages of fascism is going to be the next 2 weeks or so with Greg Bovino. So Gestapo Greg Bovino was called into court by Judge Sarah Ellis over the abuse of force in Chicago. Now, this included things like throwing gas canisters in the streets. His agents, or Gestapo, I should call them, they went into a crowded neighborhood and threw gas canisters at a children's Halloween parade where kids were around. They didn't care they were gassing kids. So Greg Bovino went in front of Judge Sarah Ellis today, and she didn't really throw the book at him, but what she did do was set up a little accountability. So he has to appear before her every night until the temporary injunction, which is around, I believe, the 5th of November or so, where he needs to actually be accountable for what's going on that day, go through any new information that's surfaced, body cam footage, all the rest of that. And to that effect, she ordered Bovino to wear a body cam by Friday. And then, he gets out of the courtroom and he makes a scene right outside the courtroom. He's doing some kind of Nazi-esque salute. And he's dressed up like a Nazi like he usually is. Have you seen that photograph of him wearing a Nazi coat? Proud. This is disgusting. This is who's running our country. This is who's hurting your friends and neighbors. And it's war on America. And to continue talking about war on America, because this is war on America and with America, because the U.S. military is now forcing some of its people that are involved in the operations in Venezuela to sign NDAs, which are non-disclosure agreements. What this means is that they can't talk about anything that's going on. Now, I've done a lot of digging in some interviews of people that are in the armed forces, and what I can gather from people who are actually in the armed forces and have lived this life is that the general mindset, especially if you're top brass or some sort of military official, is need to know, do not disclose, top secret everything. So even if it's not marked top secret, they're not going to go around talking about their work. It's just not their culture. It's just not what they do. It's just not the mindset of the military. So to have the military signing off NDAs, what this means is that not only do they not want you to disclose, but they don't even want you to disclose that there's something to not disclose. The layers of secrecy should disturb any American that still believes in democracy, because this is indefensible. And these are our own military people being ordered to do this. He's circumventing Congress. Pete Kegsbreath shrunk the Secretary of War's press corps, whatever he wants to call them. Nobody's allowed in. Nobody's allowed to talk about the truth. And now they're all signing NDAs. That's not democracy. That's tyrannical overreach. And that's one of the final stages of fascism. And then